Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Airships Conquer the Skies, where Clockwork Wasps are up there as well. I must have missed both the Brigands and them. Anyway, in the previous episode, we were once again assaulting as our occultist empire over on the left-hand side, and it was very successful. We took over 3 cities plus all of the towns around them. Actually, not all of them, but the majority of them. We have a mad scientist to deal with, we have the Clockwork Wasps to deal with, and the Brigands as well. We also very successfully built the Kraken. I say built, more resurrected, and what we've come to realise is that it is very powerful, especially against borders, which is very fortuitous because we are not we weren't really reeling, but we did get assaulted by a big boarding fleet, and there was not much we could really do about it. We are also getting assaulted down the bottom there, which is quite surprising, so I'm going to have to try and stop that. The only option I have is to deselect all of these, the prims, and get the Denver to move very quickly over here, because we don't really have many fleets around the bottom. We've got a slow-moving fleet here, slow-moving Kraken, slow-moving there, then slow-move there. That's why we need to build some more Denvers. In fact, I think I will go ahead and do that. This is our fight with the Kraken. We will start that, and I'm just going to say ram to there. Now, this is where we may have some problems, simply because we are getting shot off this thing. Now, I think what I'll do is I will try and take out this first, because if we don't, that might cause us some problems. And you can see that we have managed to put a fire on the boarding vessel here. This is the remainder of that fleet that we managed to hit. Oh, I like the small stubby tentacle can actually hit as well, and that's going to blow up in the air. That's going to hurt. Yeah, so I like the way that this is the last sort of remaining ship, and we've hunted it down with our Kraken here. There's probably some call to build more of the Krakens, but with 6,000 each, that's very, very expensive, and quite frankly, I'm not too sure I want to do that. I did say in last episode I was going to design a new ship, and I'm not too sure we're going to do that or not. I mean, all we do is build a Denver type thing, but we'll see how we get on. Just waiting for that to finish there, which is good, and we basically just have the remainder of that to sort out. So that's a victory. We can see that that has been taken out. We'll do a brutal takeover, and we will continue on with the assault around here. We've got this fleet come over to Oban, which we are trying to build some grand garrisons there, but we will not be able to... Can I actually... Is it possible I can attack that? I don't know if it can. Anyway, this is another fight. Once again, it is with the Kraken. We will start that, and we'll move that over to the far right. Speed up because... Oh, victory. It is totally surrendered. Well, that is perfect because, quite frankly, if we had to fight that... Where's that thing going? Up to there. No, you can attack that, and you can invade Subtle Creek. Yeah, if we had to deal with that another way, it would be an issue. You can see we are not going to get there in time. This is our fast reaction ship, and to be fair, they've only managed to go from Dane over to there, so very, very close distances, and then we've come all the way from there and only just missed out on it, which is interesting. This is where we might have a problem. This is the big rock tosser, which traditionally has dominated everything it has come across, but we are versus planes, and planes really don't care about this thing because they can just keep shooting and shooting and shooting. However, we don't care. We can, as long as we disarm the grey pillar, these planes can still be fine. If they don't have anywhere to land, then it really doesn't matter. So that is fine. We will go over to Roseborough and Subtle Creek. This is going to be an issue. I'm going to flee. I'm not going to fight that. I'm not going to fight that because we might lose the Kraken. That's like 5 or 6 defenses there. This is their attack. This is from down the bottom here. They're armed with a cannon, and actually they're armed with a big bronze cannon as well. And sadly, we've only got a cannon and a rifle. So the chances of us winning are very slim, and you can see they're coming right up towards us, and what they'll do is position themselves so they've got the best arc of fire and we've got the least, and we have run out of ammo. They must have shot the ammo store. Yeah, they have shot the ammo store. I will say flee because they might as well take that over. And now I'm assaulting with this thing. Now this is our boarding vessel, and oh, they've just fired something big. I'm going to say board ship, and they've actually taken out, of all things, they've taken out the. We can't do it. We can't get the. We don't have the grapples. This is a problem. We don't have the service ceiling. Oh, now we do have the service ceiling. They managed to take out. Right, that was an advantage. I was going to say we don't have the service ceiling to get above this, but its couple of shots have taken out our weapons and also taken out something else on the top, which means we could then go higher, which allows us to board. I like that. I like that. Unexpected, but great. We are heading towards, it looks like, are we not? Have we still got people on board? We still have people on board, but we don't have the Marines. But we have captured it. Excellent. There we go. We've managed to capture it, and that's what we want. We'll do a, hang on. Brutal takeover. That's fine. That is coming to meet up with it, which is pretty acceptable. So, let us go over to... We need a bigger shipyard. Probably over there. And go to design ship. What I want to do is build a boarding vessel. But I want it to have like cultist pinnacles and things like that on it. Because that'd be cool. So, we'll have... Firstly, a look at the troops. We have guard barracks, guard post, and marine barracks. Ah, right. So we don't have what I wanted. I wanted to get harpoon guns and then... Where is it? Aerial hussars and air dragoons. Yeah. We wanted those. So I'll have to wait until this is researched before we can do that. That's not too much of a problem. Either that or we can just go ahead and build some more of these things. So they've got one of them towers. What I'm hoping, it says the day's hours. Have they just given up straight away? Yeah, they've just give up. That's fine with me. So we are just once again taking out all of this stuff. I do want to attack Subtle Creek. Attacking it with just this might be a problem, but we'll see how we get on. Checking the defences here, we are going to repair some of them, scrap some of the other bits. I'm not too bothered about fully repairing or rearming a lot of this stuff. Just if it's sort of... If it's convenient for us, then we'll do it. Otherwise, we're not going to bother. Double check some of the defences there. I know these have some defences because we just did them. Okay, there we are. And I'm hoping that they'll give up again. Yes, they've give up once more. Every time we attack with this, they surrender. And, well, you would, wouldn't you, to be fair, when this thing's coming towards you. So, we will invade, not only on the left, but also on the right here as well, to take out the rest of this. It looks like we are managing to pretty much sweep across the entire landscape. They are not doing anything other than give up at the moment, which is surprising. You caught foreign spy trying to incite the citizens to riot. Fair enough. What is our... We've got lax secret police. Fair enough. Now this is... now this will be a tougher fight. And I think we'll put the Kraken through its paces, really. So I'm going to move forward. We can see that we've got several of these pointy structures that are armed with cannons. So we've got 6 cannons pointed forward. We have... 6 cannons forward and the rifles as well. I don't know if you saw what happened there. This tentacle here has whacked into this tower and just taken one of the blocks off, and then it dropped down by one. You know, it's exactly one block shorter. Oh, I like that. That's tickled me somewhat. Okay. It seems that quite frankly, there's not much left to see here. Yeah, that's pretty much a win. This Kraken is brilliant. If I have mentioned it previously, but I'll mention it again. This Kraken here is something that you can build. Let's go for a brutal takeover there. If you pick the eye symbol when you make your empire, see episode 1 and all that for details, and you then get this tree at the top for the cultist crew, and you get like, obviously different options for things as well. So like, you know, sick base can revive the dead. Don't know how useful that is in longer term engagements. It'd be really, really good. And then obviously you got the Kraken as well. I mean, in the past you have been able to like recruit dragons and things like that, because, well, there are certain things where you can do that. Yeah, get the dragon riders. So it looks like we have managed to take over most of this bit. There's only Subtle Creek and the bits down here that we have a problem with. We're hopefully going to take out this section, and I'm actually going to send the Kraken up to Subtle Creek. Actually, no, I think what I'll do is I'll probably split them up and change it. I'll probably join them up. That might be a better option. Get the Kraken with the others. Anyway, we'll see. So this is a fight. This is more of a traditional fight. I should have really repaired this other one. But anyway, more of a traditional fight where we have the static structure here and everything else down the bottom. Now, what I'm going to do first, as you can see, is get these... that's okay. I was going to say get the Denvers in to assault them. And we'll do a brutal takeover there. Assault them and then take them out. Can I say go there? Yes, I can. And you can go there. Yeah, I was going to say assault them and then take it out by boarding, and then it means we don't have to A, repair stuff, and B, we then have a structure, which is good. This is start, same sort of fight. Days, hours, they're just giving up. Okay. They are just flinging in the towel. To be fair, it's obviously seeing the size of fleet that we have and saying, nope, it's noping out of that fight straight away. So we've got Nem to take, and then Dane, and then we've also got Subtle Creek. Then we'll go further south. Quite frankly, this is obviously the main problem. Let's have a quick look over here. Oh, we can't look it over there because it's not an option for us just yet because of the fight. There we go. Victory over there. So that is a brutal takeover. Then finally we'll go to there. Right. So what I want to do before anything else is check. This is Retropolis. Look at the city, and okay. So they have 2 of these large towers, a smaller one, and then 2 sort of blocks here, plus their fleet. Their fleet of these nice arching ships. Actually, having a ship like that sort of configuration would look cool, wouldn't it? Anyway, we've got 1, 2, 3 deck guns, and then a total of 5 cannons plus whatever else they're armed with. So that's going to be probably quite a difficult one to attack. I'm going to send a spy to the far right there, and we'll see what we can do. So we're attacking Dane, and then also at Subtle Creek. Subtle Creek will be the first fight. This will be probably a little bit more difficult. I'm going to do a bit of a 2-pronged attack here. I'm going to send the bomber over to the right hand side because I wanted to, as it flies overhead, just attack with its grenades, which it will happily do. I'm just hoping that it doesn't start to fling the grenades and then destroy the Kraken. It's unlikely to destroy the Kraken, but we'll see how it goes. You notice that a lot of their shots are focused on the rock tosser, on the cheap bomber, because essentially this is the only thing that they, well, at the moment they can bring down if they take out the right parts, whereas this thing, it's sort of an all for nothing engagement. It doesn't, the parts don't come off the Kraken as far as I can tell. So, you know, it's not as if like we could lose a tentacle or whatever. Maybe that happens later on. Unlikely, but yeah, it is possible, I guess. And you might notice now that we have lost some weapons, so we're also on fire quite a bit. I thought we had ways of putting out fire, but apparently not. Anyway, this thing is still fighting because there's actually 1 cannon there. I will probably leave that. I'll come back for that. I'll come back to that another day. I'm going to... I could bring this further down. Well, bringing it further down will mean that the cannons will be able to shoot us, where at the moment it's only the rifles. It looks like we're probably going to lose the rock tosser, probably due to fire, but, you know, that's just a risk you have to take there, I guess. But we are managing to destroy them quite readily. We've taken out 1 of the static structures there. The other one is disarmed from the front, and we are taking... we are taking a lot of the other ones out as well, weapons-wise, and that's some big explosions. When I started hearing that, I thought, yeah, I wonder what that's going to be, and then, actually, I thought that was the entire rock tosser, but it wasn't. It looks like it was just a bottom section of it, so that's it's dropped off. So there we are. Anyway, so we are still firing away with this thing. Once it is able to, I'm going to change it to rapid fire because we might as well get the explosive bits out of the ship, because quite frankly it's not going to be here much longer. You can see it is on fire, it is burning, there's more explosions. All of the weapons on the right hand side have been taken out. On the left we are still armed and actually doing quite well here. So this thing, we might get back to base, we might be able to salvage it. I mean, we might as well scuttle the thing. And it's not going to be much use to anybody, but let's move it back over. I've tasked it with moving back over. It's taking its time. But obviously, this thing is our main weapon system. And there we go, that's a victory. Brutal takeover. We will move down then to here. It's going to be quite slow. Not that that's a big problem. And that means that apart from this little section here that we're fighting, let me move these further down and these further down, that's pretty much all of this taken out. We're going to charge right forward there. That is a nice design. It's very modern. Board ship. Tilt aboard that. We have to be very careful here because if we overdo it, they tend to jump and then jump onto the wrong part, so you sort of over-egg it and they get catapulted away. So that's been boarded. These others we are holding back for now. The reason for it is we want to board and take this out before we come and start doing damage. Although to be fair, if we just move them to there and then tell them to attack this little tower down the bottom, because we're not going to... I was going to say we're not going to bother attacking that, but they have give up. So that's a brutal takeover, and that means that we've taken all of this top bit. That is fairly decent. Okay. So, putting up the speed a little bit, we have research complete, scientific suspendium mining. We're going to go over to harpoon guns and then over to the elite infantry. Actually, no, sorry, aerial corps, air dragoons and aerial hussars. And we now can repair the rock tosser. And you can see now the AI is forming alliances. So what was left of around here has formed an alliance, and they're all back. Excellent. Let me repair that. I have 6,000, which means the huge shipyard here is going to get another Kraken. We might as well, mightn't we? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split up the Kraken fleet, where we have the Kraken and the rock tosser, and put them on separate areas. Ah, okay. This is different now. We'll move over to there, and then we'll move over to there. There's our air dragoons and aerial hussars. Let me select research. Actually, no. Let's select it. Let's select it after I've checked the design. So, aerial dragoons, suspendium backpacks. Right. So where would we get? Doubles bomb accuracy. Oh, that's good. I'm trying to see where we'd have the marines that sort of swing on. Harpoon guns. I would imagine it being up there. Can't believe flak is all the way over here to the right. It is very powerful, to be fair. Like, mech spiders. We'll go for harpoon guns. That might give us it. So we are attacking here and here. This is sorted as well, so we'll attack these little ones. I tend to attack the outskirt ones, and that reduces the amount of money that they have. We'll start that fight, and once again they've given up. This is excellent. Every time they give up, we're just getting the stuff that they're leaving. So that is very, very good indeed. We're going to look at this spy over on the right-hand side. View City, you can see that they have a lot of defences in there. In fact, that's pretty much the same as this other one. Yeah, but so the other one has got actually a bigger one of these. So you can see we can try and destroy it or incite a riot. Inciting a revolt, sorry, it's 1,090% chance to succeed. However, their fleet of these two ships is over on the right, so that's fine. I just want to make sure that they didn't have two of those, because that would be all kinds of problematic. So they are going to, I think, reinforce there, aren't they? Yes, they are. And we've got a fight on the left, which is... Oh! Right. Let's start the fight, and we'll say move up to there. They are armed with all manner of red things, which is cool. Actually, armed. I don't know what they're armed with. I like the design. There's a lot of new designs that I haven't seen previously, and these are really cool. So it's gone below us and to the other side. We need to keep the... it's armed with loads of rifles, by the look of it. Yeah. We need to keep the height advantage. And sadly, this thing is very, very slow. It's actually not a vessel for... It's not a vessel that was built ever really for attacking other airships. It was meant to bombard from a relatively high altitude structures, but because of the sheer amount of grenades, unless they're very heavily armoured rather, they don't tend to do very well. And with them losing that front section and having explosions on the back, yeah, it's not going too well for them. It is not going too well. Although, because they've now lost some weight in the form of all the weapons being taken off, they can actually go above us. But to be fair, I think they've just lost most of their remaining weapons. Actually, they've lost most of their remaining ship. So, yeah, there it goes. Still going to follow it up, and... it's split. Interesting. So, what are we firing up on? We're firing on that little section there. Okay. We're going to come down and fight this. I don't know what is left on this thing. See all the grenades coming down. Yeah, that's not much left in that. Yep, and that's a goner. So, what is there left to fight? Static structure. Okay. So we'll move over to there. We'll get moving. The problem is that I'll have to put on aim fire, because we are running out of ammo. In fact, we've only got 8 shots left. 5 shots left. This is bad. We might still lose this because of the ammo, although their ship has been destroyed. Luckily, we've managed to destroy it with 1 volley. Excellent. So I'll do a brutal takeover there, and... Oh, dearie me. So this is the first big fight that we're going to have. I'm going to flee. I'm going to flee because it was here. Now, this wasn't originally part of the Salmon Pink Empire. It was originally part of this guy's empire, but as you can see, it's just sort of turned up there. So, the Kraken is the one we want to use to try and resolve this problem. And let's just make sure. Let's invade Monopolis here. And they've got a couple of defences. Not too much of a problem there. We're going to move these right down. Once again, start the fight. Move the Denvers straight over to the far right. And we will issue... Actually, we'll go further forward. We'll issue a boarding order to that one there. And you can see they'll jump, if I move this down, from one ship to the other, which is quite smart. And then they'll start boarding that. Now, we're taking this back one. We'll then have the more well-armoured and armed defense, and we won't be in the firing line. It's been the firing line. I'm going to try and take this out of the firing line, like so. We have captured that now, and there was a big bang explosion, and so right, it actually one that was. It was actually the big bronze cannon on this thing, which is not good. This is a captured vessel, so in essence it's free, so we didn't Don't need to worry too much about that one. This is being captured. I could just say board ship that one, and what they'll do is leave this and then start assaulting that. You can see this is armed with rifles on the back, and they are shooting the boarders, but we are going on the ground. We're going to climb up that, and we're going to initiate some boarding. And that's being captured, and there we go. That is a victory. We'll do brutal takeover. So, we have managed to take out everything up the north here. Well then, the only thing remaining is technically this, which, well, how long do you think this guy, the little anvil guy, is going to last without any fleet, without pretty much no defences, and, typical, elite infantry, because extra grenade accuracy, there we are. Yeah, no fleet, nowhere to build anything, dead. So, there is technically only 3 empires now. There is myself, ourselves, down the bottom here, Sam and Pink, and technically Northwestix over on the left. I mean, they're never going to do anything, they can't build a fleet, but they are there. So next episode, we will go ahead and start assaulting from this section and then sweep across. The advantage that we have is that we know where their fleets are. We can see the one is on the right-hand side with 2 of these large ships, but their biggest fleet by far is over here, where if we send a spy, we'll be able to see exactly what they've got in detail, but we saw what it was, so yeah, it's a big one, a big fleet there. We've got our standard barriers and other things here, which we'll go ahead and repair. We'll repair, and we'll repair all of those. We'll set them in the queue for repair. They are attacking here, which is interesting. What I might do then next episode is use the Kraken to attack that fleet, because that is a fairly large fleet, and I don't know if we can take it out. Certainly the Rock Tosser cannot fight this, so we'll probably take that away. We've already overextended with that vessel, to be honest. We've been doing things and attacking with it where we shouldn't have done, but anyway, it seemed to have worked out quite well thus far. As I said, I was going to design another ship, but the way things are going, unless next episode goes horribly wrong, we probably won't need to build any more. I've been enjoying using the Krakens and trying that stuff out. So anyway, we will leave it there. Next episode, we'll see how far we get through this guy's territory. Hopefully, with that Kraken and the other one over here almost built, you see it's 3/4 built, it won't take too long. But we shall see, as always. So if you have enjoyed the video on this series thus far, thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.